Shiny Shadow Pokemon are some of the rarest shiny Pokemon in all of Pokemon GO, but they can be a tad expensive to acquire. It costs 200 Pokecoins per Rocket Radar in the shop, or if you want, you can go the long way with it and you can get 6 individual Rocket Grunts to give you a component, just so you can put one together. But during the Valorous Hero Event, we get 2 Rocket Radar components per grunt that we take down, so instead of it being 6 rockets we have to take out, we only gotta take out 3, which makes it a lot faster. And during the Season of Heroes, Rocket Grunts are boosted right now, so this is the perfect time to get your hands on a free Shiny Shadow. And that's what we're gonna try to do in today's video. I'm gonna hit as many Rocket Grunts and Leaders as possible without spending any Pokecoins. And to prove that I'm not spending any money on Rocket Radars, here we are in the shop. I have 267 coins. I will not be purchasing anything. I will be doing nothing but Grunts and Leaders, and we'll see what happens. And we're starting off the video with a Rocket Leader. I already got a radar built because I've been just taking out some Rocket Grunts. We're gonna take down this cliff and let's see what we get. There we go. Our first Rocket Leader is down. Another reason why I wanted to do this is because we can purify Shadow Pokemon. And when you purify Shadow Pokemon, they gain 2 stats on pretty much everything, HP, attack, and defense. So if we get a Shiny Shadow that has anything that could be made into a 15, we could possibly get ourselves a Shundo purified Pokemon, which would be pretty cool. So we're starting off with this Larvitar. It's not a Shiny Shadow and a 341. You want to be in the 380s. I believe it's 386 for the Hundo. So this one's unfortunately not too great, but again, these are all free. And it feels really good to be able to do this because in the past events, we've only been able to do it for like maybe 2 or 3 days. Now we have a whole week. And it looks like I'm a little lucky here and we got ourselves a grunt right away. Again, they are boosted during the season. This is like the perfect combination. I'm not going to show you every single grunt we do just because it's going to take a while. And this one can't even give us a Shiny Shadow. There are specific ones that can, and when we get to those, I will definitely show you those ones. Or unless we get ourselves a really good IV Shadow, I'll definitely show you that too. I managed to find a Fire Rocket, which is great because they had Torchic. You really want to get your hands on Shadow Torchic because Shadow Blaziken is an insanely good fire type, especially with Blast Burn. So let's take a look at this one. It is weather boosted and it's a 392. That actually looks pretty good. I don't think I've ever gotten anything that high before. So we're gonna catch this one in front of you guys and hopefully we got ourselves a good one. It's kind of debated on whether Shadow Blaziken or Shadow Moltres is better. They're both kind of flimsy, but they both have the same resistances as well. But let's take a look at it. This one is a 392 and all right. Gonna keep that one for sure. Another rocket down, which should be enough for the radar. In fact, there's actually a Sierra here. Perfect. But there you go, just to prove that we are putting these things together. So we're gonna equip it and then we're immediately gonna throw hands with Sierra. And Sierra has been defeated, but will we get to that purple crow? I did recently get myself a Goku Bad Shadow one, which is really cool, but too bad it wasn't shiny. I would have totally purified that into a Shundo, but here's another chance at it. So, not a per crow and a 299. I don't think, yeah, no, that's terrible. You want to be in the 350s. 299 is really bad. Another rocket down. We're gonna build that radar real soon. There it is, finally, all right. So once we equipped it, we will see if there's anything nearby us real fast. What do we got? Oh, one straight ahead, perfect. But as you can see, it's also kind of dead. There's one by the lake there for sure, but not nearly as I was hoping there would be around here. And it's a cliff, love that. Honestly, out of all of them right now, I want to get more Shiny Shadow Larvitars. The chance at a Shundo Tyranitar is just too strong for me, so we're definitely gonna have to go for it. Now does Cliff give us the shiny? He does not. 357, all right? Slightly better than the last one, but still about 30 something off. The rockets have kind of slowed down for a little bit, but luckily we've got ourselves a lovely little Regidrago raid right here. Might as well do it since they brought it back. It's not the most exciting thing in the world because unfortunately still can't be shiny, but maybe we'll get lucky and get a Hundo. And just like that, we brought it down. 20 people versus this thing, it has no chance. Now, I don't remember exactly what the CP we were looking for is. I want to say it's a 1699. I think that's the Hundo because it's been a while though. 2039, okay, so either this is weather boosted or I'm incredibly wrong. Either way, let's go through all these rewards. We did not get ourselves, unfortunately, a Rare Candy XL or anything like that. But yeah, now that we've gone through that, I'm gonna catch this thing real fast, and it is weather boosted. Okay, so I do believe I was right. I think 1699 is the non-weather boosted Hundo, and I wanna say this one, unfortunately, is pretty bad. And we caught it. We get the double candy because of this event, and we also get extra XLs, which is kind of nice, but let's see what a 2039 is. It's pretty bad. Thought so. I never get really lucky with these elite raids ever. This grunt had a Kanto Grimer, which means it could be a Shiny Shadow Grimer. Unfortunately, it isn't, and a 268. I don't think that's good. I want to say you want to be in the 300s for these, but yes, if you see the Coiled and Ready to Strike one, you have a decent chance of getting yourself a Kanto Grimer, and it's a 1 in 64 odd rate of it being shiny, so good luck. This grunt had a Shadow Swinub. This is really good Pokemon to have, especially since we had that community day. Shadow Mamoswine is the #1 ice type in all of Pokemon GO, and it beats every other ice type by like leagues. So this one is not very good, sadly. You want a 167 non-weather boosted. And it looks like we're getting lucky again. While we put this thing together, we have an Arlo right here. So that really worked out. Now Arlo has been defeated. Will he give us that green gummy bear? He does not, unfortunately. 254. I want to say 299 is the Hundo. So this one is definitely not close. But again, we've so far been able to do about 4 of these leaders, and just just a little under an hour, so we're doing really good. Obviously, this does depend on where you live. You might not live in a place with a lot of good stops, but if you live in a decent enough area, you can do the same thing. And again, it's all for free, minus the fact of you having to walk or drive around, depending on what you choose to do. Another 3 grunts down, which means we're gonna be getting our hands on another radar. Again, they are boosted during this event, or season, really. And now that we've got our radar equipped, let us see if we have one on the nearby. We do all the way over there or on the other side of the lake. I think I'm gonna just hit that one right there, though. I was really hoping today that there would be just a ton of them everywhere, but then again, the downside to that would have been if there were a lot of leaders, a lot of grunts wouldn't have shown up because obviously the leaders take that spot up. Turns out it's a Cliff. Very happy to see that. Hopefully we will get a shiny shadow from him. Leader number 5 is down, but will Cliff give us the shiny shadow? He does not. 216 as well. You want to be in the 230s when they're not weather boosted, so another pretty much not so great one, but it's still cool to see them. And another 3rd rocket down. We got ourselves a Snubble here. It's not a good one, so we're just gonna back out and I'm gonna wait and see what we get for our radar. Here we go. It is being constructed yet again. Let us equip it and let's see what we got nearby here in downtown. There's one. Oh my goodness, look at all of those over there. This is good and bad. The good side to it is we have a lot of targets. The downside is that entire cluster over there pretty much is going to be no grunts at all. So it's gonna be a lot of running around the town hoping that we find a whole bunch of grunts and then going back to that spot. Our closest leader was a Sierra, but will we get the Perkro? Come on! Nope, unfortunately not. And a 534. Don't remember the weather boosted hundo on these things, to be fully honest with you. I want to say this one's like mid at best. I don't think it's really that great. But let's see. A 534 is going to be, yeah, like I thought, kind of mid. Could have been worse though. Well, this is kind of fun. We got ourselves an extra large Shadow Pidove. And the best part about this is the last of the 3 I needed to do. I got very lucky. 3 of them literally just spawned right next to me, like 3 in a row. So not a long distance to travel for the next leader. Well, let's see how good this extra large Pidove is. It is not good at all. All right. And there we go. Our 6th, I want to say, radar is put together. Let's see what we have nearby, or is it just that big cluster all the way down there? Yeah, pretty much that big cluster all the way down there. And leader lucky number 7 is going to be another Clifford. A lot of these out, and not shiny. 214. Oy. Like I said before, it's a 1 in 64 odd rate of being shiny, so it's not like it's guaranteed to happen, but this is the perfect time for you to do it for free, especially if you're a free-to-play player. If you don't want to spend money on the game right now, this is the perfect time to get shiny shadows. Another 3 rockets down. I just want to see how good this one was. Not that good at all. There's our next radar. So far we're doing really good though. It's been about 2 hours and we're about to do our 8th leader. That's really good. Our 8th leader is going to be another Clifford and still doesn't bring anything shiny with him. And this Snubble was number 3 yet again. I'm getting really lucky with finding these grunts. They're just popping up so much. And yet another one put together. Magical. And we're still gonna go back to that cluster. Number 9 is going to be an Arlo. Gummy Bear from Arlo? Nope, unfortunately not. 270 though. That's a lot better than the last one. So far we haven't seen anything too incredible, minus that Tord chick, but that's why I'm doing this is because, you know, it's a 1 in 4,096 odd chance of you being able to get yourself a hundo. But when you do get something good, it's really useful in this game. This Shadow Abra was my 3rd grunt for the piece, but, that's not really good. I don't know why, but that looked really good because it was weather boosted and all, but it's no big deal. We have another radar now. In just a second, there it is. And leader number 10 is going to be Clifford yet again. He didn't bring a shiny with him, and also he brought a bad IV. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to wrap this up somewhat soonish because I'm gonna be going to the gym with Goku really soon, but I think we can squeeze in a couple more leaders. Another radar acquired, and we got really lucky again. 3 of them just right next to each other. But let's see if we got anything close by. I think there's only 2 in the corner there. Yep, that was right. Actually, there's a 3rd one up there too, but I think I can only really hit one of those. Okay, actually, it looks like I might have been wrong. Look at all these rockets nearby. I might be able to do both the leaders, but then after those 2 leaders that are next to each other, I have to head out. Looks like one of the 2 is a Sierra. Don't know what the other one is yet, but we'll definitely bring her down. And here's the Sierra. Perkro, please. No, okay. 549. Again, don't think that's really good. I want to say you want to be in like the 570s, 580s. And another one constructed. We can now hit that final leader over in the corner, and then I gotta head out. It appears that leader was an Arlo. All right, not the most exciting one personally, but nonetheless, we could get a gummy bear from him. And Arlo gives us not a shiny. Dang, 282 though, that's up there. Again, 299 is the hundo, so it's still not quite like purifiable into a hundo range, but still a cool one to run into. Probably the best leader one we've got so far. Let's just take a quick look at its IVs, why not? 282 is, it's still not amazing, but better than what we've been getting. All right, I was able to make 1 more radar, and it looks like we're gonna be able to do this Arlo right here. Again, not my first choice out of all of them, but I think this is the last one in all of downtown. And now here we go. I wanna say this is our 12th leader, if I'm counting correctly, and he didn't bring a gummy bear. 293 though, that is a good one. 6 off the hundo. This should be be purifiable, even though I already have a hundo, so it doesn't really matter. It's such a pity that this one wasn't green. But of course, we're gonna check and see what the IVs are like. So let's see them. 293 is gonna be... Oh, that couldn't have been purifiable anyways. You know what? I'm happy it wasn't, because that would have been a shiny 98, which admittedly would have been cool. It would have been really awesome, but it wouldn't have been a shundo, so I'm actually kind of glad it wasn't. I've now made it to the spot where I'm gonna be meeting up with Goku. He's never done a Regidrago before, because I think he missed it the first time, so we're gonna do a couple over here. But on the way over, I found another Clifford, and again, I didn't use any money to buy a Rocket Radar. These are all just from Rockets, but let's see it. Oh, not a shiny shadow and a 207. Oi, it is what it is. I was hoping to show you a shiny shadow today, but in the end of the day, like, it's not like we really needed any of these. But let me tell you, if there was a shiny shadow from this rotation that I needed, I would be going so hard during this event. We have gone to the gym and my arms are sore. I'm sure yours are. Mine. We did a fence yesterday, or well, we took out a fence yesterday in front of his yard. So like my arms and chest were already kind of hurting from that. It was a hot day, yada yada. So adding that on top of today's workout has been rough, but the balloon came, and there was a Sierra. Shiny shadow, please? No, okay, not. What do we get, though? 551. Ooh, actually, no, never mind. I thought for a second that that was going to be really good. Unfortunately, it's not going to be that great. 350s where the good IVs are, but obviously 550, I just don't think that's it. And my arm is shaking while holding onto this thing. That shows how much my arms are hurting right now. This is... better than I thought it would be, but definitely not really great.
I think it's also funny how we were talking about it earlier, how you were thinking, oh man, I was a little disappointed yesterday that we skipped the gym after doing the fencing.
Yeah. I'm not anymore. Very much happy that we did. I needed that break because like I am feeling it. But yeah, on that note, we're gonna try to have something healthy to eat for dinner, and I might be able to do one more liter if I get enough grunts on the way home, but I'm definitely gonna have to wrap it up then. And now it's time for the final liter of today's video. I got a Sierra right here from my balloon. We'll see what happens. Maybe we will get lucky and get a Perkro, but in the end of the day, the fact that these were all free is just fantastic. This Valorous Heroes event really gives you a great opportunity of getting a shiny shadow. But speaking of shiny shadows, here it is, Perkro. Nope, definitely not. 320, that's not a great one. Oh well, is what it is. Can't say we didn't try. We took down a lot of grunts and a lot of liters. And in total, we managed to do 16 liters today. We did a decent amount of Murkrows, some Teddiursas and Larvitars, pretty much equal across the board, which means we also did 48 grunts in order for us to get to that point. And there were a few shiny shadow checks, though unfortunately none of them turned out to be shiny as well. But please let me know in the comments down below if you are doing the same thing. Are you going after these liters right now? Because if you aren't, you really should. And just to prove it yet again that I didn't spend any Pokecoins on any radars or such like that, I still have 267. So that's also why I showed them actually being constructed in front of you, because you don't get that when you just buy them. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button, and if you're really enjoying the content and you want to see even more of it, I highly suggest this video right over here. But with that being said, I'll see you in the next one.